Well, welcome back to part 2 of our French classic steak Diane and dauphinoise potato and green beans amandine. And look at my beautiful holiday bouquet. This, a lot of whites here. It kind of picks up with my kitchen. I want to thank Belmont Market Floral again for these beautiful flowers. Let's get back to work. I just checked the potatoes. They look perfect. So let's continue with our prep. Let's salt and pepper our steak and rub it with some Dijon. Give it some love. There we go. Pepper on that side. And a little bit of salt. And we will give it a rub with some Grey Poupon. Perfect. This is going to mix in with that cream and brandy and make it all so nice. And then flip them over and do the same thing. A little salt and pepper. And Dijon. Here we go. These are almost ready to go in the pan. Now before we get the steak Diane searing in the pan, we need to slice up some of these beautiful little bella mushrooms. Slicing the mushroom from the head in gives you these nice, white, solid, pretty slices. And you can make them as thick or as thin as you like, but they really make a nice presentation. Let's continue prepping. We need some chopped shallots. Instead of slices, we want a nice little chop. This is just like using garlic, but it's a cross between garlic and onion. So, see, I just did some slices both ways, not all the way up, so now we can just go like this. Beautiful. And that's all we need, not even a whole shallot for steak Diane. Isn't there something serene and comforting about butter melting in a pan? You just know that whatever goes into that butter is going to be delicious because it's butter and we love it. It's worth an extra couple of calories. So my butter is hot and ready. It's unsalted, so we don't have any salt burning in there right now. And here goes those beautiful tenderloins, salt and peppered and rubbed with Grey Poupon Dijon mustard. That's the sizzle we're looking for, because we want to sear these and seal them so that the inside stays, medium rare to medium. And there they go. I'm going to let them rip. Well, if you think these medallions of tenderloins look great, they do, but they smell even better. The beef and the Dijon salt and pepper, fantastic. It's been about 4 minutes, and it's seared off nicely. Let's flip them over. Ah, look at that. There's the sear, there's the crust and the caramelization of the mustard to the beef, and we're going to let them go for another 3 or 4 minutes. All right, these tenderloins are seared off beautifully. Look at that. They're medium rare to rare on the inside. So at this point, you take them out, set them aside, and go back into that pan with a nice pat of butter and your shallots. Let's get those shallots right in there. Beautiful. And we'll roll them around a little bit. There we go. I'm going to lower that pan down a little bit. Get it back to medium-low. You're at medium-high to sear off the meat, and you're back down medium-low. You don't want to burn your shallots. And those shallots are about to caramelize nicely. Let's add in those beautiful sliced baby bella mushrooms. You can see how pretty they are, that we've sliced them from the top down and got those nice white round discs. Let's give the mushrooms, shallots, and all those drippings a minute to just soften up before we flambe with our cognac and add our cream before getting those medallions back in to cook just a little bit more and render down all together. Okay, my pan is back on high, getting super hot because I'm getting ready to go in there with some Celt cognac. This was aged in an ocean trip around the world in oak barrels before it was then bottled back in France. It is something else, super special from Pure Liquors. We thank you. Here we go. You ready for this? Let's take a look at that pan. I'm going to pull it back a little bit and add the cognac and get some flame. Woohoo! Woo! Is my hair on fire? What a flame! Okay, add a little less cognac and then drown the fire out with about a half a cup of your veal stock. Then you can add your cream and simmer. I'll show you. Whoo! Wow! We're gonna burn off that cognac. Oh boy, is this gonna be good. Isn't that nice? Oh boy. Back on the stove. And now the shallots, the butter, the drippings from everything working together will now just render down with some heavy cream. I want to get some butter in my wok. Got my wok heating up over here, and I'm going to get those French green beans while this is reducing. And let me tell you, this smells great. While this is reducing, let's get those French green beans almondine going in that wok. All right, pat of butter and some of this nice Belmont Market Verolio olive oil. And I'm going to turn this Diane sauce down to medium. It smells fantastic. It's just reducing right now. Going to get a nice little bubble on that, medium heat. And we're going to put our Diane medallions back in there in just a minute. Let's drop these green beans in. Here we go. Oh, we're looking pretty good. I think we just need a little cracked pepper here. And I like a little cracked pepper over there. And of course I need a little bit of salt to go with those green beans as well. Almost ready for the tenderloins to be put back in. I'll give my green beans a little toss. It's all coming together pretty quickly now. I need another 5 to 10 minutes for my potatoes to soften in the oven. The green beans are just about, 33% there. And this beautiful Diane sauce is just about reduced by about a third. I'm just lowering that just a little bit right now. And I'm going to add my tenderloin medallions back in. We want them to get some of the flavor into the sauce. And there's the medallions. Let's just spoon some of the cream and mushrooms over the top. We'll let that simmer in medium low. Just so those medallions cook up a little bit. I'm going to go like medium rare to slightly medium. Let's add some almonds into the green beans. Get those nice and toasty and buttery. Give them a little flip. And the green beans are just starting to get a little limp. And they are looking good. Everything is coming together really nicely. You really should be able to put this meal together once you're prepped in an hour or less. Let's flip over these medallions and just give them a little bit of heat on the other side. I'm going to spoon a little bit more of the cream over the top. Nice. Let's just let them simmer for a few more minutes. And then it's all coming together. We're going to be plating here in just a few minutes. Okay, green beans are done. The potatoes are finishing up, but that steak is about medium rare or so, so let's get it on the plate and get it topped and covered. Let's get it right in the middle of this pretty plate. And then mushrooms right on top. And then this beautiful reduced brandied or cognac cream sauce, which is flavored also not only the beef juices, but of course remember we have the Grey Poupon there as well. It looks great and it smells great. Let's go get the green beans for the other side of the plate. Look at these green beans. They're just perfect. I've got a little caramelization. The almonds are just lightly browned and crunchy and crispy. So let's get a nice portion right over here on the side. A few more. And just grab some almonds. Oh boy, this smells so good. Frenched green beans, almondine. And all we need now is our dauphinoise potato. Well, isn't this all coming together so nicely? It just smells so good in here. I can't wait to taste it. And of course, I want you to make this at home so you can enjoy this. Something that you would have ordered out at a fancy French restaurant, that now you know how quick and easy it is to do right at home for that special meal. Get some of these beautiful, creamy potatoes. Oh, I could smell the shallots in there as well. So just get some of the Gruyere and the browned potatoes right there on top. A little bit more, and then add a little bit of cream. This is why this goes so well with the steak Diane, because they both have the cream. It's gonna mix well together on the plate. I'm gonna get some of this beautiful flat leaf parsley and just garnish that up right there. And there it is. It's absolutely beautiful. I really like it on the oval plate. Dauphinoise potato, steak Diane with Bella mushrooms, cognac and cream sauce, and a nice French green bean almondine. Wow. Well, thank you to Toby over at Pier Liquors for the Chateau Gravière Figeac from Saint-Emilion in France. This is just 3 different types of grapes, just blended beautifully together. There's some Merlot, and oh boy, this is just going to be great. It's in 2006, and let's pop that. Pour enough for a taste. It's a Bordeaux. It's deep. It's rich, and we need to give it a little air. So we're giving it a good swirl. We'll give it a smell. Wow. Deep cherry fruit with some pepper. Let's give it a taste. Wow. Deep and robust, but smooth with a nice dry finish. Just what you want for your steak Diane. Let's see how well it goes with that right now. Okay, I'm gonna put my little cooking mojo on the line here. I'm gonna cut this tenderloin right in half to see where we came out on this preparation for temperature. Okay, look at just going through that like butter. And there you have that beautiful medium rare, which is just what we were looking for. Fantastic. I'm gonna take a slice out of that.
Thank heaven for steak Diane. Ooh la la.
Wow. Fantastic. I'm happy, so I know you're gonna be happy. It all came out perfect. Just follow what I did. Have a little fun, get creative, and just go for it. Enjoy a little classic French at home. And that's what's cooking.